How's it going, my fellas? Today's video is going to be on a movement tech called the quick slide, also commonly referred to as the fade slide. So while looking at some tutorials on YouTube, there's only one that goes in depth on how to implement it into gameplay, and that one is by Faide himself. So I'm going to try my best to share Faide's tips and my tips to help you guys understand how to implement this tech effectively into your gameplay. To start things off, I'm just going to briefly explain how to do this tech in case you don't know how that works. It's really simple. Pretty much all you need to do is just holster your weapons and slide immediately after. For the crouched variation, you do the same thing, except you want to uncrouch and then do the holster slide. This tech is a little hard to understand at first if you aren't experienced with sliding, so I'd recommend to slow down the keyboard overlay and practice replicating it in the range. You also need to practice the timing. Now let's move on to the implementations of this tech. The first implementation I want to discuss is the one Faide talked about in his movement guide, which we can call bullet baiting. He explains how he plays cover and baits shots so that he can quick slide into the enemy while they are reloading. In addition to this, I want to point out that it's really important to have close range weapons when doing this. Shotguns are going to be your go-to when using this tech. When you quick slide into the enemy's face, you're going to maximize your shotgun damage and therefore get really fast kills. Here's a really good example of Faide doing exactly what we just talked about. He baits the shots behind the cover and then quick slides right when the enemy reloads. Since he also has a shotgun, he's going to be dealing massive damage and the enemy cannot do anything since they're reloading. Another implementation is repositioning and dodging. Remember that quick slide clip from earlier? Let's analyze how the quick slide helped me destroy this guy. I first predict where this guy is going and then try to catch him off guard, but then his teammate drops down on the door. Another guy shows up on my side and I'm going to get instantly 2v1 if I don't do anything to reposition myself. I do a really quick fade slide and dodge all the bullets and simultaneously get myself out of that bad position. I was actually able to catch a streamer POV of what it looked like on the horizon screen. As you can see, it's just really difficult to land any shots when somebody does this to you. Here's another really creative example I liked a lot from Faide. We can see that for the first guy Faide kills, he quick slides into the opponent to deal maximum damage with his shotgun, which is what we were talking about earlier, and then he uses a really clean quick slide tap strafe to reposition himself into the cover. The whole sequence here is just mind-blowing because of how fast he executes these slides. This right here is what perfection of the tech looks like. A third implementation I want to mention is using the quick slide when your enemy is low. This one is the most simple and straightforward one. When you get your enemy low, you can quick slide into their face with a shotgun or other close range weapon to deal immediate damage, and you won't get punished for it. Doing this is really rewarding because you'll likely take no damage if you land some of your shots. So yeah, these are pretty much all the implementations of quick slide. You can experiment with this tech a lot because there's a lot of freedom of when to use it. Unlike other movement techs, sliding is the most usable one, so you can practically use this tech in every fight you take. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys learned something new.